Your response to what Canelo said towards you and Eddie?
Well, you're talking about the payoff. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Again, when it comes to owing somebody some money, I think it's only right that the person that owes that person the money should confront the person. Nobody should get in between. Nobody. Respect to Canelo, who he is and what he's done in this sport. 100% respect. But bro, let Eddie fight his own battles. Eddie's a grown man. Ryan's a grown man. Pick up the phone and say, hey, you owe me money. Okay, let's figure this out, because the times that you weren't here, the weeks that you weren't here, but we still paid you for the time that you weren't here. To Ryan, this is what Ryan said, that don't you think it's balanced out? Or should I charge you for the time that you weren't here? Because when somebody goes to work, they get paid. When somebody doesn't go to work, what happens? There's your answer.
Is that the issue that he's referring to? Or?
That's exactly what the issue is. Well, there's an issue that Ryan and him only know about. I'm just talking about the response that the owing money that No. It's about something else. But maybe Ryan doesn't want to tell you about it. But it isn't anything really huge.
But me being in my role, I gotta ask, what is it?
Well, I'll let Ryan handle that. Again, I don't get in between this. I'm just giving you my perspective and what Ryan had told me a little bit. So I was like, okay, well, again, I'm not here to call up. And I like Eddie a lot. I like Eddie. I like that team, the whole team. Why did they all leave? I don't know. But maybe because Ryan was telling the truth. If you don't show up to work, what happens?
So there's been a lot of back and forth. You were in the camp. Let us know that. We hear fighters say that Eddie wouldn't really have time to train him. Eddie would say no. If they were dedicated, they show up, they train him. What really happened?
Well, Virgil Ortiz was at the gym and Frank Sanchez had a fight, a big fight coming up, Virgil Ortiz and his dad was there and we would show up. So if you have Virgil Ortiz and you have Frank Sanchez and you have Ryan, so with all three major fighters, where's the coach? Where's the coach? So how could you say, if you're dedicated, I'm there? You don't think Virgil Ortiz was dedicated at that time? You don't think Frank Sanchez is dedicated at that time? You don't think my son is dedicated? People gotta stop saying he wasn't dedicated. See, that statement that Canelo did, I don't know if he really meant it that way, but you cannot say that, because if anybody, Eddie and Canelo embraced Ryan, like, man, this dude's badass, this dude's fast, he's for real, he's knocking people out. So why would you say that? I don't understand. Why would you say that to him? Especially when he was going through this mental issue, and it was real. So if somebody's depressed, you think they're gonna give 100%? Ryan was brave enough to step back and say, hey, you know what? I gotta take care of myself, because if not, I could hurt myself. That's how bad it was. And as a father, I gotta watch him 24/7. Because when you're under depression, bad things can happen. I don't know what causes it. Maybe too much stress. Maybe he's too young for all this, It's overwhelming. It could be anything. But I'm so glad that he took a step back. But it's not because he wasn't dedicated. It wasn't because he wasn't talented. It wasn't because he just went in the gym and then left right away. It's because he was sick. So if you're sick or injured, stay home. Get yourself better. Get back when you feel that you're 100% and jump right in. Because just like anything else, people are just waiting for the next person to show up. That's it.
What the recent comments that Floyd had towards Ryan?
There's got to be a motive for that because, you know, Floyd just doesn't say things like that because he doesn't really like Canelo. He doesn't really like him. You know, he doesn't even like Oscar. Anybody that comes close to his fighters, he's against. So for him to say that, there's a motive behind that. I don't know what it is, and I don't even care because he's out of the picture. I don't care. If he was in the picture, then we would listen to him. But we don't care. We're worried about Saturday. Fortuna against Ryan. Okay, that's what we're worried about. I'm not worried about what Mayweather said. He had his time. Just like Oscar had his moment. This is Ryan's moment, and we're gonna embrace it.
A lot of people would say, why would you want to go into a fight with Gervonta if he wins? Because Gervonta is a big puncher, and they feel like at this point Gervonta could have the edge on Ryan. You seeing Gervonta, you seeing how Ryan is,
yes.
Why do you guys want that fight now so badly?
Well, I mean, we embrace a storm. I mean, that's just like gladiators. I mean, you know, you're gonna fight somebody that's just your caliber. You know, the IQ might make the difference, but we're not afraid of any person. I mean, if you think about it, Luke Campbell is underrated, even though he's a gold medalist, right? But the way this guy fought Ryan, for the first time, I was like, this guy is matching up pretty good with Ryan, you know? But then I knew my son, again, back 7 years old, I said, my boy's got this drive and this determination that even if you do knock him down, he's going to come back up and he's going to come in and attack you. You know, and that's what makes you a better fighter. But the point I'm making is that, do you think that Gervonta fought anybody to this day that is as good as Luke Campbell?
Some would say maybe Rolly would beat a Luke Campbell at that point, but
no, not at that time. Mario Barrios, I mean, come on. You know, who's that other guy? See, I don't even know his name. You know, exactly, you don't even know. You know, and no offense, but what I'm saying is that, see, this is what I'm talking about. So, again.
Pitbull Cruz.
Well, I'm talking about the other guy.
Yeah.
Okay, there's another guy. Okay, Pitbull Cruz, they know him because, okay, he's got a momentum going on. Okay, and that's another story. But what I'm saying is that...
What do you mean?
Well, I'll tell you. Okay, that's another story. But what I'm saying is that those fighters, if Ryan fought them, Ryan would be champion too, right now.
Right now?
Yeah. If Ryan fought the same guys that Tank did, he would be champion himself. So that's why I'm not worried about this matchup. You know, people, oh yeah, he knocked him out. Look at Ryan's knockouts. Ryan will knock you out. He lands, you're out. So what's the difference? The only difference is that Ryan's tall, he's got better reach, and he's faster. Okay? And what it's gonna take is who's smart. It's gonna be one heck of a chess match. Okay?
Now, Ryan feels he
but the king is the one that will win.
Yeah. Do you see a stoppage happening in the fight? Ryan feels he just will be too much. He told me yesterday, like, he bust him up and they forced the stoppage.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, if you got a reach and you got a snap to your punches, I'm telling you right now, I don't care who you are. If you let your guard down, and Ryan lands that left hook, and now he's got that right, but if he lands that left hook, you're done. You are done. I've seen it hundreds of times. In fact, Ryan, in the first minute of sparring, he now tells people, are you okay? Because he knows they're like this. And he'll stop. What fighter would do that? So he has respect, but he still has to do his job. But I'm telling you, his left and his right hands are vicious right now.
Yeah. So, what about Pitbull Cruz?
Okay, Pitbull Cruz is another thing, and I want to clarify this. Okay, Pitbull Cruz, a good fighter, and I'm glad he did what he did. But it was his teammates that didn't want the fight for Ryan because we offered money. Oscar said, yeah, let's go. Because again, when you have momentum, we want to say, hey man, you're in our weight class, you're in our way, and this would be perfect because you need somebody. It could have been today, you know, but since they didn't want it, you know, so Pitbull's either got to wait now, or let's hope that you put them against somebody that isn't 40 years old. Then we'll see. But man, again, if you approach Ryan, and Ryan's got like 5-6 inches over you, and he's got the boxing IQ, and remember back 7 years old, all this weight, you're in for something shocking. I guarantee you. And that's why when Ryan says he could do this, he could do. I've seen it in sparring partners. I've seen it, and these are good fighters. I can't mention their name, but these are good fighters. He either breaks your jaw or knocks you out, face down. You know.
Face off. What did Ryan tell you after?
Well, Ryan, what he told me was, he goes, "Hey, Dad, you know, just like anything else, everything starts off, you know, pretty simple and calm, you know, but then there's a storm brewing." And the storm is here. So it only takes just one little thing to spark, whether a laugh, it could be a hat, it could be something that, hey, wait, what am I doing? Why am I giving them the hat? This isn't real here. What's real is that I'm gonna kick your ass. You know, and that sparks Ryan. See, so it only takes just a little bit to spark someone, especially fighters this caliber.
I was surprised about the hat because they've been saying a lot of stuff in interviews, so that really kind of threw me off. Did it throw you off?
Well, yeah, that's why I'm saying that, you know, somebody that offers a hat, you know, it starts off like nice, but I'm like, wait a minute, why am I shaking his hand? Yeah. This guy's my enemy here. There's no deal here. This is, you know, you don't play boxing. So, you know, I didn't like the fact that he said that, hey, I'm gonna kill you or something or whatever. I mean, I don't like that part. He should have said, you know what, I'm gonna knock you out because I know you're gonna try to knock me out. And that's fine, you know, and that's how we are. But definitely, it's on both of their minds, more on Ryan's, because Ryan, that's all he's been talking about, you know. So he's gonna go for it.
I feel like there's like something extra with Ryan coming into this fight.
He's maturing.
Huh?
You know, he's maturing. He understands the process now. You know, the last fight, unfortunately, he didn't knock out, but just like he says, hey, not all champions or not all boxers are gonna knock people out. You know, especially if they're running, you know, for their life. But if anybody, I tell you this much, if anybody approaches Ryan and wants to fight him, you better be careful because those punches are real.
The other thing that I kind of sense from him is that like he wants to show, when he wants to knock out Fortuna, but like he wants to show people like I'm not just this guy that goes on social and talks. Like he wants to like prove like that he can get these exciting results.
Absolutely. Well, you know, people, what they don't know is that Ryan started at 7 years old. See, so he's not. I mean, back then they didn't even have Instagram. They didn't have even Google.
MySpace and Friendster.
Yeah.
I'm dating myself.
Yeah. I mean, they had that kind of stuff, but they didn't even have anything close to Twitter or Instagram or, you know, or any social media. But, you know, it evolved. And see, when it finally came into the mainstream, people say, "Oh man, look what he's doing. He's clowning off. That's why they say clown. He's a clown. He's not taking this serious. You know, his speed is fake. You know, his power is fake. You know,
like sped up,
everything, all that kind of stuff. But they don't realize. Wait a minute. He started when he was 7. So if you understand that, then you're gonna know. Just like the handshake. Wait, what am I doing? I'm misinformed here. This guy, Ryan, is real.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.